Hello everyone and welcome to Shelf Space. I'm your host Ross13 and today we are looking at the HGCE Windam from Gundam Seed Destiny. Don't know if 2 seed-based kits in a row means I'm on a seed kick or something, but let's go ahead and get started with this. First with the box. So as you can see, we got a very nice illustration of the Windam with its special, is it a striker pack? I don't know what name it has for it, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these things in the background. Maybe 11 if I didn't count this one. There is a bunch of them. And hopefully the camera is focusing. And it's a very nice illustration. I'm betting that some of these are probably copied and pasted. I'm a designer. I would have done that too, so not going to fault them on that. We got HGCE Cosmic Era, the Gundam Seed Destiny logo, GAT-04 Windam Omni Enforcer suit, mobile suit. And then we got that in Japanese and Windam in English again. Bandai Spirits 2020. And something that I just noticed that amuses me slightly is like, this package contains only one set of HG-1144 Windam only. That amuses me a little bit. We got the blue Bandai logo, but this is a brand new kit, so it's not a reissue. It's just this was done under Bandai Spirits. On the side, focus. We have GAT-04 Windam Omni Enforcer mobile suit, and we can see all the stuff it comes with, and these nice painted photos of the mobile suit. Mine does not look this cool because I haven't done any painting on it. At least not yet. I have plans for this thing, but it's not going to look like this in the end. We got the silver HG logo stripe thing. That's what they do for anything that's basically not an HGUC kit. Gundam Seed Destiny logo. 232 GAT-04 Windam. Same illustration as before. Blue Bandai thing. BandaiHobby.net. Then on this side, we got a little blurb about things. And I didn't say this on the other side, but if you want to read that, you can. Just pause the video. I'm not going to read all this out for you. Then over here, we got the usual warning stuff and the barcode thing. That makes me sad. Over here, same as the other side, but we have the bluefin sticker. Focus. Enough of the box. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual figure. So here we have the base unit. He's holding his gun mainly because I didn't feel like taking it out. If you look on here, it's a neat looking design that basically kind of covers the fist up and stuff, but I'd have to take the fist apart in order to take it off, and I don't feel like doing that. So that's where it is. But anyway, overall the design is very nice. And there's some neat elements that I really dig on how this thing is constructed. So like this this white stripe here, that's actual plastic. The yellow here with the pseudo V-fin, that's plastic. And this blue part, plastic. This green part, plastic. These gray parts, plastic. In fact, right now, if I remember correctly, the only sticker that you can see on here is the little camera stickers on the head, and that's it. He does have some bigger stickers, but those are on the striker pack thing. And color separation is pretty good. I'm sure there's some things that I would want to maybe recolor if I wanted to make this more accurate. Like probably the inside of these thrusters are supposed to be red or something like that. I don't know for certain. But color separation wise, pretty decent kit. And building this thing was actually pretty fun. It reminded me a lot of the Justice Knight, which makes a certain amount of sense because the Justice Knight is based off of another HG Cosmic Era kit. So they probably share a mechanical designer or something like that, at least for the kit form. So yeah, pretty cool so far. Let's go ahead and start taking a look at articulation, starting with the head. So while we're over here, we'll take a look at the head sculpt, and it's pretty nice. It's a more simple design, but it works quite nicely for me. Sometimes less is more. I like how you have the yellow sort of V-fin-like thing turn into like a little kind of arrow lightning bolt-like thing on the side of the head. And it looks like it's sort of mimicking like a pilot's helmet, which makes sense because this thing is definitely sort of a flying unit. I mean, Windam. Oop, nearly knocked it over there. He has sort of a visor thing and a very GM or gem style face. And just pretty cool looking. Looks like you can kind of see my nubs there, but this part is very, very small, so getting them off easily was not a thing I felt like worrying about at the time. So articulation-wise, he's on your standard sort of double-ended ball joint thing. So you can look up, look down, in turkey neck, and if I remember correctly, yeah, he has unrestricted rotation, so you can go full exorcist if that's a thing you want to do. On the torso, he has a little bit of an ab crunch and some rotation, but the back skirt is going to interfere with that. You have your standard sort of HG butterfly polycap joint to allow for some fairly decent reaching across the chest, which you can't see because it's out of focus. Sorry about that. And sorry if this is a little bit more washed out. I was trying to get some more light in so you can see the colors here on the chest. Which again, no stickers. That's a piece of green plastic there. You can rotate the shoulder around. You have bicep swivel. You have a... Let's do this on an arm that's not holding a gun. Is it a single jointed elbow? Yeah, single jointed elbow, but pretty decent bend there. So you can forgive that. And a ball socket joint for the wrist. So fairly decent, if standard, articulation for a kit of this level. In the hips, the skirts, they come together, but the instructions actually even call for you to separate them, so I went ahead and did that, so you have individual movement if you so wish. You can kick up about that high, so not too bad. Got double jointed knee with a very nice bend. Standard sort of ball socket joint at the ankle, plus a little bit of rocking back and forth. So you can get like a really deep knee bend there, stance-like thing if you want. And these little things on the shins can also rotate. So, yeah, pretty decent posability. But it's a modern HG kit, so you would kind of expect it to do that. This wrist is acting very poorly on me, though, and that's a little disappointing. I don't know if the gun is too heavy or if taking the hand out a couple of times has weakened the polycap that this goes into, because I think it's a polycap if I remember correctly. Oh, splits. How well can I do the splits? Okay-ish. Not super great. These side skirts will get in the way. But yeah, so far, so good. I'm impressed. Let's move on to accessories. So we've already seen his gun, which I kind of dig the design, though it's pretty much just like two halves put together and a little scope thing over there. This handle here does not rotate, which I find odd, because usually when you have something like that, it flips to side from one side or the other as just a standard Gundam thing. But this one doesn't do that, and I'm not entirely certain why they omitted that. You have two beam sabers stored on the sides there. And so you can pull those out and put them in the hand. And he comes with your standard SB13 beam saber set. I don't necessarily plan on displaying this guy with them ignited, so I'm just leaving it like this. Here, this is what it looks like if you had a green one. But I gotta admit, that color actually looks pretty good with it. One of his other things is his shield. And I like the shield fairly well. I think the design is a little unusual. These little fin things coming off the front, I don't care for too much. I think my biggest complaint is the fin here. This is using a sticker. This easily could have been a separate yellow part, and they chose not to do that, and I don't know why. And the sticker, it's one of those ones where it has to fold over, and if you're off ever so slightly, you're going to have gaps, which I do. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But it comes with 2 points to mount on, and then you have this sort of L-shaped mounting bracket, which allows you to put it either on the side or underneath the arm. I think underneath the arm is a dumb way of putting a shield, so I hardly ever display it like that. Let's get this out, and if I remember correctly, there's a hole right there. And then it just pegs into place. It almost feels like maybe the shield should have been down a little bit lower, because it bumps into his shoulder armor, and that is a slight problem. It means that you pretty much always have to have his arm slightly bent for posing, which I suppose there are worse things in the world, but yeah. Next, the biggin. His striker pack thing. And I kinda dig this. It looks like he's basically strapped part of a fighter jet to his back, and you know what? That's okay in my book. I dig the little cones and little jet details, but this thing is also very sticker heavy. You have the big parts here, and on the tips, you can see on mine, stickers are not staying on very well. Then you have ones here on those fins. And then around here, they have stickers, but they didn't do that on this side. And that bugs me a little bit more. So sticker-wise, this thing is a lot more of a disappointment than the rest of the kit. But other than that, it's pretty cool. And I dig these, like the missiles and the little weapon pod thing. That's pretty cool. Part of me kind of wishes this was bigger, because then I would steal it and use it for the weapon pods on my custom 30-minute mission guy to make them look more like blue for my comic. Anyway, you have this part here which connects it to the back. So you have port there, can you see? And it just plugs in like so. And a lot of the seed kits did this where they had the wings kind of oriented this way instead of more up and down in relation to the kit. And you know what? It's a cool look. It's different from how others do it. Though if you want, you can bring it down like this. Though it means that the missiles can't do a whole lot unless you're flying like this. But yeah, I dig this look. It's a very cool setup. But now that we have a couple of kits that can use striker packs, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's see if other striker packs will work with this thing. So first up, we have the Build Strike full package with its full package striker pack thing. So we'll take that off and set him aside. And I think this should work. They have the same sort of packet thing. So, and there we go. That actually works pretty well. The blues are different, but I kind of dig that. And you just swing the blasters up like that. Now, if we can get that disconnected without pulling the suit apart. And then next, from my previous review, we have the HG Strike Noir. So let's get his thing off. Put it back together because it keeps popping apart. Stop doing that to me. And then carefully, there we go. That fits perfectly. So yeah, they all work. That's pretty cool. It's not super surprising because it's just a simple peg system, but they made sure that everything is kind of molded with the same sort of tolerances. And they didn't necessarily have to do that. Particularly, this guy right here is way, way older. He's from ages ago. Because this is a brand new kit. This one was released in 2020, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, this is pretty cool that they made sure that these things are still backwards compatible with them. So, let's go ahead, get this guy back to his standard form, and we'll do my final thoughts. So, yeah, overall, I really dig this kit. It was super fun to put together. And the color separation on it, when it has it, is phenomenal. The main drawbacks are just, it does have large stickers, and those can be a pain in the butt. I'm not as concerned with them on this one because I do have customization plans on them. So most likely those stickers are either going to be taken off, or the parts that they're on aren't going to be used on this particular kit. So that's something to think about. But yeah, I think I could easily recommend this to anybody who just wants a fun kit to put together, or likes something that looks like it's got a jet fighter strapped to its back. So anyway, that has been a review. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. Check the description below for links to my storefront where you can get official shelf space t-shirts and more. And yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you the next time you invade my shelf space.